Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today we're going to check out a new content creator, new to me, but I'm pretty sure he's been out for a while because this dude has almost 80,000 followers or subscribers, and he goes by the name of CHEZZOID. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but regardless, I'm going to put his information in the description section. But we're going to check out today is 8 terrifying police body cam encounters no one can explain. Now, this, as all the other videos, even though I come across videos I probably watch on some other video, but this is all blind reaction, you guys. And the only edit I do to my videos is if there are commercials. But with that being said, let's see what CHEZZOID has in store for us today. Let's go.
This footage was captured by both a police dash cam and a body camera. Officers were dispatched after witnesses reported a violent assault. But what made the call truly bizarre was the reason behind it: a zombie attack. According to the caller, someone was literally eating another person. At first, the responding officer thought it had to be a prank. Still, he decided to check it out. But as he arrived and stepped out of his car, he was met with a horrifying scene. A man straddling another, tearing into his flesh with his teeth.
Hey! Let me see your hands! 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 Hey! 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 Hey!
Was it cannibalism? Some kind of drug-induced psychosis? Or just someone completely out of their mind? How do you even begin to explain something like that? Could it be zombies are real? The officer pulled his weapon and fired warning shots, shouting for the man to raise his hands. But the so-called zombie didn't react. He just kept eating. More shots followed, but the man didn't even flinch. He stayed locked in, completely consumed by what he was doing. It wasn't until the 4th shot that the officer finally managed to bring him down. After that, no further details were ever released. Some say the case was classified. The fact that this really happened only makes it more disturbing. Was this a real-life zombie encounter? This video was released.
Okay. Well, that's the first. I mean, I've heard of a situation a couple of years back. I don't recall where it was. I want to say it was like somewhere in California. There was a situation where, but I believe the whole scenario was that they were like on a bridge or someplace like this, and this person was, oblivious to everything around them. And apparently one of the reports was that he ate somebody's, facial features. And yeah, but I have never heard of this. I've never heard of it. I've never seen this video. I'm actually wondering whether or not I'm able to even put it on my channel, but it does have to do with paranormal YouTube. So, and this is not my content. This is CHEZZOID. I'm just reacting to it. So now that we got that out the way, yeah, you guys, geez, this looked like a real police footage. I mean, and shots fired, and yeah, apparently he just kept on going. So I wonder if the last shot was a headshot.
On the official website of the Texas Police Department, we see 2 officers chasing a car. The suspect crosses the road, realizing they can't escape from the police, and stops. When the officers reach the car they were pursuing, they notice something strange.
You're nicked. Or you should be. There's no one outside, no one behind the wheel, and the van is locked.
Where's it gone?
It's magic.
It's in the back. In the back? He stopped to think he's hiding in the back. There's no one in the driver or
There's no one inside. Not behind the driver's seat, not behind the passenger seat. To their surprise, the car was completely empty and locked, with the engine turned off. There were no signs that anyone had been in the car at all. The driver had simply vanished. On December 25th, 2000.
So actually, we've reacted to this video on a previous reaction, and somebody commented that that piece of footage is part of a television show. I cannot recall the person's name that commented, nor do I recall the conversation that we had, because we actually had a conversation about this, which is one of the reasons why I love doing what I'm doing right now, is to conversate with anybody and everybody. But he mentioned that this was part of a television show that, I mean, because it was part of my argument. Is this real police, witnessing paranormal activity, like caught on camera? Because they had a cameraman. So it does make sense that them having a cameraman, they can, it kind of blows off my last comment towards towards this reaction. And, but, if it was a television show and these police officers were on duty and they had a cameraman and witnessed this is pretty extraordinary. This is pretty, I'm leaning more towards now that it's probably a real paranormal event that occurred. And I would have never thought about this if it wasn't for that comment from the I believe he's a subscriber also. But regardless, thank you for your comment.
2020, a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner drove his RV to Nashville, Tennessee's 2nd Avenue and woke up nearby residents with the sound of a robotic digital female voice coming from his RV, warning everyone around the vehicle to evacuate the area. Soon, the female voice repeatedly mentioned that the RV was going to detonate, and a little after 6 a.m., the voice became more and more insistent, announcing that the vehicle would detonate in 15 minutes. In the body cam footage that was later released by the authorities, a group of Nashville police officers can be seen walking around the downtown area, urging any stragglers to evacuate for their own safety.
You're not in trouble, but there is something serious happening down the road.
Go for 11.
Okay? Do you mind going down to 2nd and
Where do they need to go when they are evacuated?
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
The robotic voice and its ominous warnings give the whole scene an extremely eerie vibe, like, as the police officer mentioned, something out of the movie The Purge. Strangely, the RV also broadcasted snippets of the 1964 hit song Downtown by Petula Clark, which is a song about how, if you're ever feeling sad or lonely, you should go downtown and you'll feel better in the hustle and bustle of the city. Unfortunately, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing, and just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building, causing damage to more than 50 buildings and even collapsing a few of them with its massive blast radius. In the aftermath of the incident, the cops can be seen assessing the damage and moving nearby pedestrians to safety through body cam footage that can only be described as apocalyptic.
Ethan 4. Are you guys okay?
Yeah. No, my guys.
Where's your car? Are you doing? Okay, go to your car. What's going on?
217 myself and 215 are all in a row.
Command, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo in that vehicle. We don't need anybody coming up the 2nd Avenue exposed.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
Even though the explosive inside the RV was extremely powerful, the cops managed to evacuate most of the nearby residents, and thankfully nobody outside the RV lost their lives. Although 3 people were injured and had to be hospitalized after the vehicle incident, the only person who lost his life was Anthony Warner himself, who was still inside the vehicle at the time of the detonation. After the incident, the authorities started digging deep into Anthony's past to figure out what could have caused him to do something so insane, and what they found was pretty disturbing. As it turned out, Warner was pretty much a paranoid loner obsessed with conspiracy theories about shape-shifting alien lizards that were trying to take over the world. It was also revealed that 16 months before the explosion, Warner's girlfriend had called the cops to report that Anthony had been building explosives inside the RV outside their home. Even more disturbingly, less than a week before Christmas, Warner's neighbor had reportedly asked him if Santa was going to bring him anything good for Christmas, to which Warner replied, "Oh yeah, Nashville and the world are never going to forget me." But despite the clear desire for attention, the cops never managed to truly figure out Warner's motive, and it was eventually concluded that he probably didn't want to hurt anyone, and that a fatal cancer diagnosis, mixed with other factors, had contributed to Warner's declining mental health. On November...
Wow, dude, that was a freaking story. That was... But yo, like, I don't know about you guys, but have you heard of this? This looks like a old video. So I was most likely in New York. Now that I'm in Florida, you know, I'm 42 years old. I've never heard of this. I mean, the latest bombing thing was this thing a week ago with the protesters with the bomb, right? And before that, the last time I heard about a bomb was in what, Boston? The Boston bombing, right? And what, obviously, you know, the World Trade Center, but I've never heard of this. Jeez. I mean, yeah, this was nothing to do with paranormal. So we're going to get a mix of different police witnessing, you know, like the title says, no one can explain. So, yeah, we got a lot of different scenarios over here, guys. I really like this dude. Yo, actually, you know what? Let's give this man a follow, subscribe to him, you guys, show him some love. And I'm going to check out his channel more often to see what's up. So far, so good.
22nd, 2021, 2 police officers were dispatched to search a house after the property's tenant suspected someone had broken in. The young woman had entered the house and noticed that the front door was wide open. Concerned, she immediately called the police to check the house for any intruders.
I'm gonna stop it right here. So you guys, I've reacted to this video like 3-4 times, and I've seen it a couple of times in the past. But let's see how CHEZZOID does with the video, because the last time we reacted to this one, I wasn't so fond of it because it didn't have audio when the so-called police officers were investigating inside the house. So let's go.
The officers arrived and began their search, but what they encountered was something far stranger than anyone could have anticipated. Something unexplainable. The events that followed during the search left the officers in absolute terror and disbelief, and everything was captured on the officers' body cameras.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Right. Just stay here, man. Police, if anyone's here, make yourself known. Police. Anyone inside? I'm gonna check downstairs, you get upstairs. Police, anyone inside, make yourself known. Downstairs clear.
All I'm gonna say, since we've reacted so many times to this, is that one of the things that red flags, because I'm still getting red flags, about this whole entry, is that I said it last video, I believe. I'm not sure if that's a proper procedure to be, for police officers to, clear the area, the house. And one of the things that always got me is that, honestly, if it wasn't for the interview in the beginning of the video with the lady outside of the house, that felt to me acted out. And then she says there's 2 bedrooms upstairs and 1 in the bottom. I never really pay attention to that statement that she said, because fine, there seems to be 2 bedrooms over here, but there's a hallway that he didn't even check. So that raises a flag for me. There seems to be 1 room downstairs, but this is a pretty big house. So yeah, I don't know. But CHEZZOID, it's gonna be so weird. CHEZZOID is doing a great job for showing the video in its entirety, because now you guys can actually see the actual video that I saw. So it looks interesting, you guys. It looks interesting. It's just that I'm getting these red flags, and everybody that knows me, all my subscribers out there, y'all already know, if I get 1 red flag, no matter how small it is, it's still a red flag, and I pretty much have to scrap the whole video. But let's continue.
Upstairs clear?
Yeah, we're good.
All the closets in the house appeared to be empty, and the house itself looked half abandoned, even though people were supposed to be living there. According to the official report, the woman had been renting the property from a company for about a month. Now, before you ask, here's why the police didn't turn on any lights in the house. When entering an unfamiliar home, finding the light switches can take time, and in situations like this, time can mean the difference between life and death. The officers need to stay alert and ready for any threat. That means their attention is focused solely on the potential danger ahead. But then, the truly strange thing started happening. Doors inside the house began opening on their own. Right as the officers approached them, their breathing grew heavier. The tension in the air was undeniable. And then, footsteps. Loud, distinct footsteps coming from right behind them. But when they turned around, no one was there. No intruder, no signs of anyone else in the house. Nothing. So how do you explain something like this? How can you witness something so real and not believe in the paranormal? This video, like so many others, remains a complete mystery to to this day. On December 31st.
So, I've reacted to this video so many times, so we're just gonna keep it moving. But it seems like we already reacted to this one a couple of times also, so we're just gonna push through. The only comment I'm gonna say in the very beginning is that they said that she was drinking or on something, and that is wild for what you're about to see.
1st, 2022, 3 police officers were dispatched to a house. After receiving a call from a neighbor who reported hearing loud and strange noises coming from inside. The neighbor stated that he had heard deep guttural sounds, unusual thumping, and high-pitched screeches, noises unlike anything he was familiar with. When the police arrived, they were deeply disturbed by what they discovered. The footage was recorded by a paramedic who was immediately called to the scene after it became clear that the police required medical assistance. They were completely unprepared to deal with what was happening. They had no idea that the house they had entered once belonged to a family of cannibals who took pleasure in butchering human flesh and preparing it as exotic dishes. This is not a prank, and it's not a made-up story. The cannibal family has long since passed away, but their house still stands, dilapidated and crumbling in a small town located in Poland. On New Year's Eve, a 20-year-old girl named Kamilka was inside the house with the intention of summoning the spirits of that sinister cannibal family, as well as the victims they had once consumed. It turned out to be a very bad idea. Suddenly, Kamilka began behaving erratically and wildly before barricading herself inside a room. Something horrible had clearly happened to her. According to her friends, it was as if Kamilka had become possessed by the spirit of one of the cannibals. It sounds unrealistic, but keep watching and you'll understand exactly what I mean. The police were extremely shaken and frightened by what they saw. Take a look.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę.
Zabrzmy, kurwa, tak?
No, totalnie.
Pierdolę, ja dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, tam. Idź tam, do...
Uważaj.
Kamilka! Kamila!
Ona jest nad nami u góry, od góry coś widzi.
Znamione byśmy się zrobili pozycjami, to może być, mógłbyśmy sami zrobić. Odsuń się i uważaj.
Drut ma jakiś.
Something's coming from upstairs. Kamilka's disturbing behavior made it impossible for the officers to get inside. As a last resort, they attempted to enter through the attic from outside the house. However, things didn't go as planned.
Tu jesteś, dzikuska. Chodź, misiu. Nie bardziej jak świnia, kurwa. Chodź. Chodź tu, kurwo. Chodź tu. Chodź tu, Kamilka. Kamilka, tu też cię widzę. To nie czołgaj się. Kamilka. Kamilka, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła.
The police tried calling out to her, but it was no use. She remained inside. The following footage was cut and not shown. Kamilka was eventually pulled out by force and transported to the hospital. And here's where the story takes an even stranger turn. Upon arriving at the hospital, she began acting completely normal, as if nothing had ever happened. She claimed to remember nothing about what occurred inside that house. Doctors found no signs of any mental illness. They tested her blood for any intoxicating substances that might explain her behavior. Her blood was completely clean. To this day, neither Kamilka nor her friends can explain what happened inside that house. Was she really possessed? Or did she suffer from a temporary psychotic episode? This dash...
Nah, dude. I'm sorry. I was locked in. I've seen this video so many times, but this is the first time with so many details that I never heard of. So it's making me question everything else that I've known about this video. First off, I did not know all that stuff about the cannibalism, the family that lived there prior. I did hear about that there was drinking involved, that they were playing with the Ouija board and all this and that. But that was very detailed. Holy crap, CHEZZOID, you just got yourself a fan over here, bro. That was awesome. I was locked in, you guys. I mean, geez. I can't really say nothing much. I feel like I should apologize to this video because I did, question whether or not if all this was acted out. But yeah, wow. That was amazing. Good job, bro.
Cam footage was recorded by a police cruiser patrolling a suburb of Chicago on May 10th, 2018. Sergeant Anthony Menino found himself in an extremely tense situation. In the video, you can see him positioning himself between a 2-year-old toddler and oncoming traffic moving at high speeds. Before the sergeant arrived, the child had been wandering across multiple lanes of heavy traffic, dangerously close to large trucks and fast-moving vehicles. At first, Menino thought he was seeing a stray dog on the road, but as he got closer, he realized it was a child, just steps away from a busy highway. He didn't hesitate. He rushed in to save him. Footage like this raises an important and troubling question. Where were the child's parents? Thankfully, in this case, the boy's mother arrived just a few minutes later. An investigation revealed that the family lived only 2 blocks away from where the officer found the child. On June 6, 2024.
Dude, that is scary, bro. That was quick and scary. That was, wow, that was a bad pause. But yeah, you know what, man? Like, parents with children, you can't be careless. At no point in time can you be careless. No matter what age, actually. You have to be by their side. You have to make sure that, you raise them properly so they could have a good head on their shoulders. And yeah, but as children, as babies, you cannot just be like, hey, let me go step into the other room. Leave your child unattended, because you never know. It only takes a couple of seconds for tragedy to happen. We've seen this video plenty of times, and let's see what you guys think.
A video was published showing what appears to be a female police officer witnessing the sudden disappearance of a woman named Sarah, who was pulled over during a routine traffic stop. The caption on the screen reads, "Woman vanishes into thin air on the road. Police officer loses composure." In the video, the officer turns to head back to her patrol car. About a second later, she notices that Sarah's registration has expired. The officer turns back to Sarah's vehicle, only to realize that the woman has mysteriously disappeared from her car.
Don't mind, but... Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the...
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah? 3201 to dispatch.
The clip first shows the supposed incident from the officer's body camera. Then, a second angle from the dash cam provides a repeat of the event from an alternative viewpoint. This dash cam footage captures the police.
Wait, did it change? Yeah. So yeah, we came across this video a couple of times, and it seems like there was a bit of a cut or a pause in the video from the vehicle camera. So no, I'm sorry, from the body cam. It seemed like there was a bit of a, but it's that one kind of always have baffled me, because if there was a cut or a pause or anything of sorts, it was done very well. Very well. And the only time that I could see that happen is literally the millisecond that the camera took its eyes off Sarah. That spot, that right there, that transition was probably where that was. But it still baffles me, still unknown. So let's finish off this video.
Police reaction to a report about 2 individuals dressed as clowns, causing distress to passing drivers and sometimes even chasing them. The incident occurred on the night of October 7th, 2016 in Wisconsin. Amid a wave of unsettling clouds, the video shows of a group of clown encounters happening worldwide. During this time, some people dressed as clowns were scaring and harming innocent individuals. In the video, the officer commands the clowns to show their hands to ensure they're not hiding any weapons. The duo of clowns slowly spreads their arms wide in an eerie manner, freezing in place as they fix their gaze on the officers. While these particular moments might seem relatively harmless compared to other, more disturbing clown incidents reported that same month, the unsettling tension in the air is palpable.
Man, dude, yo, I really like this video. Once again, I'm gonna put CHEZZOID information in the description section, so make sure you show some love to this gentleman over here, because as of right now, I've seen a bunch of videos from this list of videos that he has, but he was very detailed, more so than people that I have reacted to. Like, wow. Anyways, you guys already know what to do. If you are enjoying yourselves, please do what you do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.